Welcome to my channel. I wanted to share today tips that can help you get started with intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting has been life-changing for me, and I am someone who had a lifelong problem with my weight, gaining and losing on every diet imaginable. If we haven't met yet, my name is Joyce Holthouse, and I am absolutely passionate about intermittent fasting because of what it's done for me. And I've passed that along and helped a bunch of other people lose hundreds of pounds. So you may have stumbled across this video because you're interested in intermittent fasting, but you don't know how to get started. So I thought I would give you 5 simple tips to help you get started. It's not hard. But number 1, and I really wish someone had told me this when I got started, and that is take before photos. I know you might not like it. A lot of times we don't like getting our picture taken, especially when we don't feel good in our own skin. But take those before photos and take some measurements. You will be glad you did. Even if you just do a headshot, because the difference you'll see in those face-to-face photos will be amazing. So make sure that you do that. And get a journal or some way to keep track of your fasts. I like to use a free fasting app. Mine's called Fastic. There's a number of them out there. If you need help with that, just let me know in the comments and I can help you find an app that will work. But you'll want to be able to kind of keep track of that. You'll want to journal your progress, like your measurements and your weight, and how you feel during different parts of the day or off and on, just a little bit here or there, nothing overwhelming. So that's tip number 1. Take before photos and measurements, weigh yourself, and grab a journal or even just your notes in your phone. Tip number 2 is choose the fasting method that you feel will work the best for you. Now, we all start out, I encourage people to start slow. Maybe you start by just don't eat after 8 p.m. at night. Okay, and then maybe eat after 8 in the morning, and that's like a 12-hour fast. That's somewhere to start. But eventually, you're going to want to work your way up to maybe something like what they call 16 and 8, where you fast for 16 hours, eat for 8. You have an 8-hour eating window. There's different methods. There's the 5-2 method, where you eat normally 5 days a week and then significantly reduce the amount of calories you eat the other 2. And you don't do those low-calorie days back to back, but you intersperse them throughout your week. There's also alternate day fasting that a lot of people love doing, which is one day you fast and one day you don't. But choose a method that will work well for you. I practice 18-6, but I'll be honest, sometimes a lot of days I'm 19 and 5 or 20 and 4. It just depends. Once you get the hang of it, you can adjust it as your day goes. But start out gradual, because a big mistake people make is trying to fast too long too soon. One of the ways that I've sort of discovered all the different ways of fasting, and I found it really helpful, is this tool, Fast, Feast, and Repeat by Jen Stevens. I will set up a link to it in the description for you, but originally I got this book out of the library. You can probably find it there, but you'll want your own copy. I've got highlights and notes and little tabs, and so you'll definitely want to get a copy of that for yourself. And it'll help you learn about the different methods of fasting and what might work the best for you. Number 3, and this is really important, and that is to stay hydrated. During your fasting window, you want to make sure you're drinking plenty of water, plain black coffee, plain black or green tea. Stay away from the herbal teas because some of those will break your fast. No cream or sugar in your coffee. I've got a short video, you can find it on my channel, about how I learned how to drink black coffee. But you definitely want to stay hydrated. Proper hydration can really help reduce feelings of hunger, and it supports your overall health. I love to use pink Himalayan salt under my tongue if I start to feel dehydrated, or Sometimes I'll even put it in my coffee and it takes away the bitterness. Now, this little water bottle is really fun. I got this, gosh, I probably had it 3 years, but it's got measurements for your water. And then on the other side, it tells you things like keep chugging and you're almost there. And it's got it by incremental hours throughout the day. My grandkids have so much fun with this. They'll look at my water bottle and say, Grandma, you need to keep chugging. So get a good water bottle. Again, I'll link this to my Amazon link in the comments. I get a little commission from any of the links that I give, but if you need a water bottle, I found this one to be affordable and it's worked for almost 3 years now. So stay hydrated. That is so, so important. And then during your eating window, you want to eat nutrient-dense food. And what do I mean by that? I mean good quality foods that are whole foods. They have, lots of value to them, right? So your fruits and vegetables. I find it very beneficial to open my window with protein, lots of protein and healthy fats like avocado. You want to do that so that will help to help you feel satiated. Yeah, feel full. It'll help you feel full. And so that's really, really important. Stay away from, the highly processed foods. Those are going to make you feel hungrier and you'll tend to binge during your eating window. And don't worry when you start if you do a little bit of that because your body's got to adjust. You have to adjust. You're learning. So just be really patient with yourself during that. But think of it this way. Think, is this food window worthy? And so that's how I like to think about it. So make it good. Number 5 is listen to your body. Pay attention to your body's signals. Am I really hungry? Am I beginning to feel satisfied? Don't eat till you're stuffed, but am I beginning to feel satisfied? Pay attention to if you feel during your fasting time, if you start feeling like you're getting slight headaches, that might be a sign that you need to hydrate. And I'll tell you, most of the women that I coach, if you do a little pink Himalayan salt under your tongue, it works every single time. So pay attention and listen to your body and adjust as needed. Your fasting shouldn't cause stress or discomfort. You may feel hunger. You know what? Feeling hunger is your superpower. That's a really good thing. But it shouldn't be stressful. And again, if you don't start with too long too soon, you'll ease into the longer fasts and you'll love it. You'll begin to feel like, wow, you're like no brain fog. Your focus and concentration is great, stuff like that. Monitor your progress and adjust as needed. If you're not seeing the results that you want, you may need to tweak what you're eating during your eating window. I love intermittent fasting because I don't have to count calories or carbs or macros, but you do want to pay attention to what you're putting into your body. And you might find that you want to adjust your fasting schedule here and there. It's very flexible. It's one of the things that I love. Intermittent fasting is really a study of one. What might be working for someone else may not work for you. And so again, as you're going along, pay attention to that. And just, get in touch there's some great support groups and I'm always here. You can ask me any questions in the comments. I'd love to help you tweak your fasting if you need it. Here's a bonus tip, not part of the top 5, but this is really important, is don't be afraid to exercise. So many people think, oh, is it okay for me to work out while I'm fasting? I love working out while I'm fasting. I love to play pickleball in the mornings. I'll play for a couple of hours while I'm fasting, and it feels great. And again, I just make sure I stay hydrated. That's really the key there. But I think you'll find that you love the way you feel when you exercise during your fasted state. And as always, if you've got any specific medical issues going on, don't, consult your healthcare professional. There are a lot of doctors and physician assistants. My PA loves intermittent fasting. My dentist loves intermittent fasting and what it's done for my teeth and my gums. So don't be afraid to ask someone before you start what they think. And if they're not familiar with it, seek out someone who is, because I think you'll find that helpful. I hope you found these tips helpful. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs up if you got any value from this video. That will help my channel grow. I so appreciate you taking the time to listen, and let me know what your favorite tip is. I would love to help you out as much as I can.